Aquatic life depends on a water system maintaining a habitable pH. If the water is too basic or too acidic, plants, fish, and other organisms will not be able to survive. Fortunately, certain chemical compounds can regulate or buffer the pH, mitigating rapid changes when acids or bases enter the water system. pH buffers are solutions of weak acids with their conjugate bases or weak bases with their conjugate acid. They lessen the effect of additional acids and bases and therefore help maintain an overall consistent pH. In freshwater systems, the most available buffer is the carbonate system. The carbonate system is formed by multiple dissolved inorganic carbon species, which include carbon dioxide, carbonic acid, bicarbonate, and carbonate. These dissolved inorganic carbons are all connected to each other through reversible reactions that together form a pH-driven equilibria. In this case, carbon dioxide can react with water to form carbonic acid, which in turn can dissociate to form a bicarbonate ion that can finally dissociate again to form a carbonate ion. The concentrations of individual species in the carbonate system is dependent on pH, with lower pH producing an abundance of carbon dioxide and higher pH environments dominated by carbonate. Because carbonic acid tends to dissociate, its presence in the aquatic system is negligible compared to carbon dioxide and is not represented on these plots. This equilibrium reaction is how the carbonate system buffers changes in pH. If, for example, an acid is added to a body of water, there will be an abundance of hydrogen ions. This excess may react with bicarbonate, forming carbonic acid or carbon dioxide to balance the species. By balancing the species, pH is buffered. The capacity of a body of water to buffer pH is described by its alkalinity. Conceptually, alkalinity is a measure of the amount of bases in a solution that can be converted by a strong acid. The carbonate system accounts for over 90% of the alkalinity for freshwater. Typically, a freshwater system's alkalinity may be estimated by the stoichiometric sum of carbonate ions, bicarbonate ions, and hydroxide ions, less any hydrogen ions. Freshwater lakes and streams are open systems, meaning there are constant fluctuations of inputs and outputs. Two processes of importance to the amount of inorganic carbon are respiration and photosynthesis. Respiration adds carbon dioxide, which decreases the pH. To balance the increased acidity, the buffer system reactions proceed so more carbonate is available. If the sediments of the lake contain carbonate minerals, such as calcium carbonate or magnesium carbonate, those minerals will dissolve, releasing carbonate into the system. When this happens, the total alkalinity of the system is increased because the carbonate that was locked up and unavailable as a mineral is released into the system, becoming available to buffer. Conversely, photosynthesis removes carbon dioxide from the system, increasing the pH. When the pH is increased, more of the dissolved inorganic carbon is available in the form of carbonate, which may bond with other ions in the water and precipitate out. This removes carbonate from the buffering system, therein lowering the total alkalinity of the water.